Houston, we have a Donald Trump problem. Now listen, thanks to the mess that was the US presidential election of 2016, you probably think you know where I'm going, but you're not. We're now seeing a content marketing problem. Call it, well, the Google AMP identity problem, and it is not small. The picture at the top of this article is a combination of how a piece I wrote earlier this week looks on mobile devices. And combination, what do you mean? Well, if you click on it, you'll see that the page formatted for the device you're using shows up, and that means the right half of the image is what you'll see on your phone, with a more robust version of the same thing if you're reading it on a computer. However, the version you see on the left is what you'll see if you search for something on your mobile device, and that page shows up in your results. At least that's true as long as we keep using something new called Google's Accelerated Mobile Pages technology. So give this a try. Use this link and select the first result, or if you're using a computer, read what you would see by clicking here. The part about as long as we keep using Google's Accelerated Mobile Pages technology is the key to this conversation. We had only just flipped on AMP a couple of weeks ago, and we were already thinking about turning it off. And then, yesterday, stories illustrating a problem with AMP that we hadn't even thought about started popping up. And while, well, we're mostly worried about what AMP could do to our clients and us, now we're worried about what it does really to the entirety of the internet. There is a serious Google AMP identity problem brewing here. Google AMP starts out really as a great idea. Google wants the internet to run smoothly, especially on mobile devices. Lean pages help with this. Pages that don't include odd elements help as well. And because, well, you want both your customers and Google happy, then fast, well-behaving web pages are good for you too. Even before Donald Trump and fake news issues started popping up, a problem we noticed with AMP was starting to bother us. Leaving out parts of your web page, well, leaves out parts of your web page. And that's a decision you could be okay with. We are trading off advertising revenue for speed and good relations with Google. But what about when pieces of your actual content get deleted? That is the Google AMP identity problem. Recently, I penned this piece, Context Doesn't Matter. Problem is, context does matter, and applying AMP to the story I was writing about proves it. Here it is without AMP, and here with AMP applied. See that lovely blank space with the unhappy page where the letter is supposed to show up? Goes. That's in, well, it does in non-AMP pages. Take it away, and there's no story here. I mean, none. There's no letter. As the internet evolves, making changes to the way 6-year-old content displays will be a reality of life. Annoying or not, our overlords at Google control our lives that way. But to what end? Truth is, there are so many elements in what makes Google happy, and even Google doesn't understand them all. You might not care. But now get past this whole content marketing thing that the Google AMP identity problem creates, and you're left with the new reality. Homogenize the way content gets displayed far enough, and you can't tell the real thing from the fake. And at that point, fake news might as well be real news. Not okay. And I thought native advertisements were a problem. Who knew this would become just one more reason that it's really hard to like Donald Trump? Worried about Google AMP identity problems? We should talk. I'm the Answer Guy, and I'll be back.